This is Catholic Daily Reflections for the 21st Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year C. Today's reflection is entitled, Perceiving the Dignity of Others. Jesus passed through towns and villages, teaching as he went and making his way to Jerusalem. Someone asked him, "Lord, will only a few people be saved?" He answered them, "Strive to enter through the narrow gate, for many, I tell you, will attempt to enter, but will not be strong enough." The context of this passage provides insight into Jesus' mission and his concern for each and every person. Note that Jesus was traveling toward the large and populous city of Jerusalem. But as he traveled, he passed through towns and villages and taught the people as he went. This might seem like a small detail, but it is also a significant one. A city like Jerusalem was large and often had wealthy, influential, and important people. The less populated towns had borders and often some form of local government. Villages were much smaller rural areas, often made up of poorer, less educated, less influential, and simple people. One historian, Josephus, wrote that there were about 240 villages throughout Galilee at the time Jesus lived. It's interesting to note that Jesus wanted to teach everyone. He didn't care if they were wealthy and powerful people in the large city or peasant farmers and shepherds from the countryside. His mission was to all. One thing this teaches us is that we also must have love and concern for everyone, regardless of their social status. Each and every person is equal in dignity, from the president of a large country to the beggar in an alleyway. Everyone deserves our respect and attention in an equal way. Our fallen human nature experiences various forms of temptation. Among them are temptations for riches, power, and prestige. For that reason, we tend to admire those who have obtained worldly success because we want it for ourselves. As a result, we tend to show greater respect for those who have achieved what we covet and give less attention to those who do not have that success. This, of course, goes to the heart of the problem. When you think about the people whom you have encountered recently, what comes to mind? Perhaps your encounter was to read about someone's great success in the financial world, or perhaps it was to read about someone's demise in another way. Perhaps a neighbor has done well and purchased a new car, or a friend got fired from a job. Whatever the case may be, it is important to consider the level of personal respect and love you show for each person. It must be equal. Worldly status cannot determine how we treat others. This is hard to avoid. The teaching that Jesus gave to those in the towns and villages was an exhortation to holiness. Strive to enter through the narrow gate, for many, I tell you, will attempt to enter but will not be strong enough. And at the end of today's gospel, Jesus says, "For behold, some are last who will be first, and some are first who will be last." The latter statement must have especially resonated with those who felt somewhat insignificant and unimportant in life. Those who felt like they were last would have received a certain hope. This tells us that God never measures us by our successes from a worldly standpoint. He measures us only on the level of our fidelity to His holy will. Reflect today upon how you look at all people. Do you see every person in the way that God sees them? Do you see everyone with equal dignity and worth? Or do you elevate those whom you envy and whose success you covet? Seek to eliminate all worldly ways of looking at others so that you will only look at others through the lens of their dignity and fidelity to the will of God. Let us pray. Lord, as you journeyed through life, you looked only at the hearts of those you encountered. You treated each person with dignity and love. Please help me to shed all temptations to see others through the eyes of the world and to show full respect to all of your sons and daughters. Jesus, I trust in you.